bonus tracks featuring #1 New York Times
bestselling
author Rachel Hollis, former NFL wide receiver and motivational speaker.
Leadership by John C. Maxwell. Turn your car into a university. The way that you program your subconscious mind, or the best way to, is in your car and when you're sleeping at night. So try to listen to the right things to put into your mind. So what is self-love, right? I see a lot of people struggle with self-love and, loving themselves. When you love yourself, you think positively, right? You care about your money. You care about your future. You care about your body, your health, your emotional well-being, your mental well-being, your mental health, right? And you care about the people that you surround yourself with. When you don't really love yourself, you don't care what you eat. You don't care what you drink. You don't care who you're around. You don't care what you think. And you don't care what goes into your mind. See, as human beings, we got to protect ourselves, right? We got to protect our energy from the negativity. So a lot of people who don't love themselves, they won't protect themselves from negativity. They won't protect themselves, from going broke. They won't protect themselves from, being around the wrong people. So we got to define what self-love is. See, once we understand, truly what self-love truly is, we're not going to tolerate certain things, right? A lot of people that I see that's overweight, like 600-700 pounds, they don't really have any self-love, okay? Again, self-love is the state of treating yourself and your body, the people around you, your mind, your mental health, your emotional health. You're treating all of that right. So people that are overweight, they don't have too much self-love. People that keep self-sabotaging, themselves, they don't have any self-love, or they may have a little bit of self-love. People that constantly keep attracting the right man, the wrong man or the wrong friends, they don't have any self-love or a little bit. So we got to really understand what self-love is. A lot of women and men struggle with loving themselves. Again, a lot of women, right, grew up without a father. A lot of men grew up without a father or a mother. A lot of kids, it's 2 million kids in foster care growing up without a mother and a father. So a lot of people are being hurt in this world because they wasn't taught to love themselves first. See, we got to love ourselves first in order for us to have love in our hearts for other people. That's why so many people are upset. So many people are mad. So many people are bitter. So many people are miserable, right? Because they haven't honed in on self-love first. You got to love you first. You can't love your kids if you hate yourself. Right? That's deep, and it's a lot that happens a lot, especially in a lot of single mom households where the mom hates the father and the kids look just like the father. She literally subconsciously hate the kids. She subconsciously hate herself, and it shows by yelling at the kids, screaming at the kids, cursing at the kids, beating the kids, always putting the kids on punishment. All that kind of stuff is toxic, right? But when you love yourself, you treat yourself right. You're not going to tolerate bullshit. You're not going to tolerate negative talk. You're not going to tolerate people that just want to come in and out of your life. You're not going to tolerate getting 600 pounds, 500 pounds. You're not, because you love yourself too much. You're going to value your future. Remember, our bodies, we only get one body. We don't get 9 lives like cats do. Right? So we got one life. We got one body. We got one brain, right? So we got to take care of that. That's why I tell you guys, go to the spa at least once a month or twice a month, right? Go to events to be around people that are operating at a higher energy level than you. Stop eating all this fast food garbage, right? That's killing your body. Stop taking all these medications like pain pills and antibiotics and all that stuff that's just killing flu shots, all that stuff is killing our body. We only have one body. And if we can't take care of our body while we're children, teenagers, young adults, guess what? In our older adult years, we will be miserable. I've seen it over and over. A lot of people didn't take care of themselves as kids, teenagers, and young adults. Now they 50. Now they 60. Now they got this problem. They got that problem. They're on this medication. And people that have diseases or conditions don't have a long, full life. That's just what it is, right? They don't have a long, full, prosperous life, because if your health ain't up to par, you're not worried about your money. You're not worried about your mental health. You're not worried about your physical health. You're not worried about your emotional health. You're not worried about, I need to be around positive people. All you focused on is your health. So again, self-love, guys, consists of you taking care of you. You taking care of the people around you. You protecting your energy and your mind on what's going in it, right? I don't even deal with no negative people, right? Especially people, even if people want to, take my classes and courses, if you negative, I don't want to deal with you. Like, that's it. My course ain't for everybody. I don't want everybody taking my stuff. Right? I want people that's going to say, you know what, Tanisha, I think your class is worth $1,500. I'm going to pay it. I'm going to use it. And I'm going to actually put it to work. Right? So again, you got to protect yourself, guys, at all costs, even from negative coworkers and supervisors and all that. Even from negative spouses. One time my husband was being negative. I had to shut him down. Like, listen, calm all that shit down right now. Because I'm not dealing with that shit right now. I'm gonna leave this motherfucking house before I hear you talking negative shit. Right? So I had to shut him down right there, and he was quiet, right? Because I don't want to deal with that, right? The more negative energy that you accumulate is the more negative energy that you attract. So a lot of people who are broke, they've been broke 20 years, and guess what? They continue to attract more brokenness, and they attract broke people. And then you attract a broke man, or you attract a broke woman, and broken women, and broken man. So again, we have to protect our energy, right? What is self-love? You got to love yourself. And this is something that we have to constantly work on. That's why I said, listen in your car to things that's going to uplift you, things that's going to help you. Like, I'm going to the gym right now. I give a fuck about my health. I give a fuck about my image. I give a fuck about how my body looks, right? Because I love myself. I don't want to be sloppy and fat all over the place, stomach hanging over the steering wheel. No. I don't want to be out of breath when I'm on a treadmill. I don't want to be out of breath when I'm doing aerobics. No. All right? So put the right things in so you can get the right things out. A lot of people are constipated because they put the wrong things in. A lot of people are constipated in the mind because they also putting the wrong things in their mind. If all you do is just watch TV, if all you do is just listen to the news, if all you do is just listen to negative Nancys and negative people, then that's all you're going to be, is negative. Period. It ain't got nothing to do with white, ain't got nothing to do with black people, ain't got nothing to do with yellow, orange, rich or poor. If you hang around negative people, you're going to be negative. If you hang around a bunch of people who are fat and they don't care about their health, you're going to end up being fat and not caring about your health as well. I remember I saw this lady and her 2 kids. They both was fat as hell. And I'm like, well, of course. Well, if mom don't care about herself, she damn sure don't care about her kids. So whatever she eat, she feed her kids. Who knows if they eating 5 pizza pies at a time, right? But again, guys, you got to care enough about yourself to say, I'm not just going to settle for anything. I'm not just going to put anything in my mind. I'm not just going to put anything in my body. I'm going to make sure my bank account looking full. I'm going to make sure that I got money all the time. I'm going to make sure I got my peace of mind all the time, right? Self-love is a big thing. Self-love is very key, right? Self-love, guys, is how you interact with others. Right? See, once we know the truth, it changes everything. See, in school, we learned about a lie. We learned a lot of lies, right? So that altered our thinking and the way we live. But once we know the truth, once we know that I got to be around the right people, I got to be around positive people, then we do different things. That's how it works. We do different things and we hang around different people, right? I got like a handful of friends. I got a whole lot of other friends who's negative, but I got a handful of friends who's positive. right? Who's uplifting, who's encouraging, who's inspiring, right? But everybody else is negative. I see them once in a while. My positive friends, I try to connect with them every day, right? So again, we got to protect ourselves. We got to love ourselves so we can love others, so we can teach others how to love themselves. That's how this thing works. That's how it works. That's why I help people make money, because when you make money, you can think clearer. When we don't have no money, you're not thinking right. You're thinking negative. You're thinking the disastrous. You're thinking suicidal, right? But if you're making money, you can think clearer, because now the money gives you more options, right? That's why I have a goal to help 1,000 families make at least $1,000 a month, right? $1,000 a month passive income, right? From the comfort of their damn home. Sky's the limit after you hit your 1,000. After you hit your first 1,000, sky's the limit. You ain't, please, now you become unstoppable. But again, you got to love yourself, right? If you don't have this leadership from John C. Maxwell, I think I bought it for like $30 on Amazon. Or you can get his book, but I like to listen to audios like this, especially when it's like all of these, like 8 CDs. Yeah, 8 CDs, right? But what is self-love? Are you really loving yourself? Are you loving your kids? Are you loving your spouse? Are you loving your family members? Are you loving your co-workers? Right? Are you loving the people in your building? Are you loving the people in your area, on your block, in your community? Right? It shows, trust me. It shows when people don't love themselves. It shows. It shows up every day in your life. It shows up physically. It shows up mentally. It shows up in your wealth. Okay? It shows up emotionally. Right? See, we can't fool people, right? Because people, we can pick up on things. We can pick up things. Right? So, do you really love yourself? And this is for men and women. If you really love yourself, you wouldn't tolerate a minimum wage job. If you really love yourself, you wouldn't tolerate a $10 hour job or whatever minimum wage is. You wouldn't tolerate your boss telling you, oh, you got to stay at work when you got to go home to your kids. You wouldn't tolerate certain things if you loved yourself enough. But the problem is, people only love themselves this much. And this is about 10%. So 90% of the time, people don't love themselves because they let anything happen. They let people treat them any kind of way. They let people say anything that they want to say. They let people raise the rent on them. They let people, demote them. They let people write them up at the job. Like, it's ridiculous, guys. But when you love yourself, you set a standard. You're not going to tolerate that bullshit. Even if it's, I got to leave this fucking job so that I can start really loving myself, because this job is only making me hate myself. Like, for real, my job made me hate myself, because I'm like, how am I here every day, and every time I look at my bank account, I got $2? How much love is that? That's no love, right? So I could not be there. Thank God. God knew what he was doing when he made my job fire me. He knew what he was doing. No, I was no good at that job. Right? I'm better where I'm at now in my car. Shit. Okay? So again, self-love. Are you really loving yourself? Because you won't tolerate certain things. You won't tolerate certain people telling you things. You won't even tolerate certain energies anymore. Even from your kids being negative. I shut it down when my kids be negative. They come talk about, oh, the teacher did this. No, what did you do? Just talking about point finger at the teacher. What did you do for the teacher to even do that to you? Oh, I didn't do nothing. You're lying. Teachers just don't go up to kids and start fucking with them. Teachers just don't fail kids because they feel like it. No. What did you do? And if they are doing that, guess what? I need to go up there and talk to the teacher, because that shit don't sound right. But again, you gotta love yourself, guys. Self-love. Love is the highest form of energy. Love is the highest form of energy, guys. You gotta love you. See, in order for me to be an effective teacher and an effective coach, I gotta love me first, because it's gonna show, right? I gotta love Tanisha. I gotta wake up and say that I'm beautiful, I'm great, I'm amazing, I'm rich, right? I gotta be able to say that to myself. I'm healthy, I'm happy. I gotta say that to myself first, right? Because now I'm able to say that to my clients, my students, my teammates, right? It shows. Trust me, guys. When you love yourself, it shows. And when you don't love yourself, it also shows. You wouldn't be tolerating living in the projects if you love yourself. You wouldn't be tolerating pissy elevators if you loved yourself and your kids. You wouldn't be tolerating, oh, gunshots I'm hearing every fucking day in my area. No, you need to move. You wouldn't tolerate that, guys, because gunshots, I've heard plenty of gunshots, trust me. Okay? That shit traumatizes you. It startles you. It makes you nervous and shit. You don't know what the fuck happening. That's no good for your health. All right? So when you love yourself, guys, you move different. When you love yourself, you think different. When you love yourself, you put the right information in your mind. When you love yourself, you're around the right people. When you love yourself, you have multiple income streams. When you love yourself, you're putting the right stuff. Not McDonald's every day because it's $1 menu. No, my husband just called me today. He wants to go to this vegan restaurant that's way in fucking the city. Take like an hour. So it's going to take us an hour there, an hour to get back. 2 hours. And I'm like, well, shit, I don't want to drive for 2 hours. And he's like, yo, I do. So as a wife, husband wants to go to this vegan restaurant way in the damn city tomorrow. So, okay. All right, let's go. Yes. You know, because he's more conscious, too, about what he's putting in his body. He's like, if we can go to this vegan restaurant where they got everything vegan, vegan butter, vegan cracker, everything's vegan. Right? So let's go over there and eat a good meal. It's expensive, too. Okay? But again, you know, my husband loves himself enough to say, you know, I'm willing to take an hour ride to go put the right thing in my body. So again, guys, self-love starts with you. You can't love your kids, your spouse, your co-workers, strangers if you don't love you, right? See, love shows, right? It shows. Love blossoms, right? And hate also blossoms too, right? Which energy are you giving off, guys? Which energy are you giving off, right? Love yourself enough, guys, that you're not going to tolerate bullshit. So make sure you guys register for my webinar at webinarofthe21stcentury.com. What the hell is this? Oh. See you guys soon.